So probably you noticed that what I've been creating this series of different videos. I started with teaching with video on YouTube and talking about getting started, and then I went over to finding your formula, and then I actually dove into showing my views and everything and my revenue. I didn't know whether or not I wanted to show that or not. I don't know if you've seen the videos. They're the last three on my channel. I'll be making my regular videos coming up starting again this week coming out, but it's just something I'm kind of looking at for this year on it. And yeah, so I jumped into that third video and showed kind of what my revenue just from AdSense was. I don't know, did you guys watch the videos or not on it? And you kind of have an idea what I was presenting. But with these videos, the main thing that I was trying to get across is that I'm around a lot of teachers all the time, and I just see it, and I see a lot of passion out there. Hey, how's it going? Oh, that was Ken. Oh man, everybody coming in here from all over the place still. Great. But yeah, so I see all these people with great ideas about teaching, and I've taught YouTube now for 4 years. So I'm just going to go over to my next slide here and give you a little bit about my history here. And so I started September 6, 2015. My first video went out, and it was on Google. I don't know if you guys, if anybody back then followed me. I was doing a lot of Google stuff because I was teaching, I think I was teaching grade 5 at the time. I'm just looking at the difference between conditional and first conditional. Hey, are you talking about Excel there? 2 of the 3? Okay, are there people here? I'm just going on a side note here. Are there people here that, are interested in that type of content? Because I am going to create more on my YouTube channel to help people create more to help them with their YouTube channels, just like I have done before, as long with my other things too that I do with video editing. But definitely it's an exciting thing. I've talked to a lot of teachers lately, and I've kind of been telling them, they should take that passion and put it into maybe sharing it in YouTube and just putting it out there. And it can actually help when you create your videos, that it can be a great thing for even in the classroom too. So anyway, going back to where I was in 2015, you can see the picture of my first video. I don't know why I had the beard on at that time. It made me look a lot older with all that gray in there. I was, I believe, 44 years old when I started my YouTube channel. So it's been 4 years, a little over 4 years now. And it was busy at the time too, because probably like a lot of you, if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, when I started, I didn't know. I was using it for teaching. I was teaching. I had some computer classes. I was teaching some elementary, and I was trying to find a way to kind of flip my classroom a bit, and thought maybe this would help. And I was watching videos, but they weren't quite what I wanted to show my kids. So I thought, well, I can make these videos, and I looked into it. And then I shared it on YouTube as the platform, and I decided to do that because I thought that would be the easiest way to do this. And then some good things happened, and people started sharing, and then I started looking in more into YouTube. But when I first got in, it was busy. You can see, from the picture that I showed you, I have 4 boys, 2 were teenagers. We had, 2-year-old twins at the time, super busy. And the twins who are 6 now are super busy too. And the other one, like at university in grade 12. So a couple will be out of the house and everything. But I understand the whole busyness. Thank you. There's a lot of people say that the boys look like me, and it's funny when you never really see it yourself. I'll tell him that. I'll tell him about the Tom Brady thing on that. He'll like that. I watch NFL football. I guess he hasn't caught into it. He watches more a lot of hockey, but I like the NFL. And anyway, so yeah, super busy. Understand what everybody's thinking. Luckily for me, I actually had tech experience, so I knew how to edit videos and different things like that. So I wasn't worried about that. But I didn't really understand YouTube. I could put together YouTube. So I just kind of dove into it. And if anybody's thinking about it, they do have to just start at some point and create and put out videos on it. So, hesitating and different things, think about what you're passionate about. It does have to be a passionate area. I was teaching tech for a lot of years, so a lot of my videos that I've created are based around what I've taught, and I'm always looking up, learning new things all the time on it. Oh, from Peru. I love seeing everybody around here. This is awesome. And I'll just flip back over here. So just moving on here. So after I kind of went through this for the last 4 years, now I'm an instructional coach. So when I was teaching, I was in the classroom for 17 years. So if you're familiar with what an instructional coach is, I teach. Technology is my main thing, but so I work for a school division. I'm always around teaching, helping people with tech. I'm teaching kids video editing. I'm teaching teachers that there's lots of different things that, they'll just email me or phone me up and I go in there. I also do a lot of marketing for our school division with building websites and doing video and different things. And they're even looking at creating a YouTube channel with building content, finding, like a topic that they could, almost become an influencer at, because I do think the opportunities are there. I'm always searching through topics. My area is tech, but I always look at what other teachers could be creating. And you don't have to be a teacher. There has to be some area that you're passionate about and that you want to share with everybody too. So, and that's kind of what I got to the point last year when, especially as an instructional coach, going around and see all the things that, that teachers are doing, and it's amazing. So these teachers have just, all these qualities, and they can, this knowledge, and if they could kind of prepare it in video and share it, well, one thing, it could help their own class. And that's how I started, was, helping my own students and teachers in my school and then my school division, and it grew from there. But sharing is an amazing thing. I think the biggest thing, and I know I showed the third video that I do make money now with the AdSense and everything, but the big thing that kept me going the whole time, when I get those thank you comments, and it was, oh, thank you, you saved me so much time and different things. And, I do look at the comments. I don't always respond because it's, you get a lot in a day. I try to recognize, that people have commented and try to help where I can, but it's hard to keep up with even some of the different videos that I create, because I'm always researching, and some things I have to just research and create videos on it. And I'm just kind of doing walkthroughs without that really deep, showing it deep. I just want to show people, hey, this is, kind of neat. And so what I kind of noticed, anyways, with all these teachers and other people, YouTube is such a place where people can still share and still grow. There is still opportunities. I think, there's things where I've heard that there's still a wave of people coming online. So it's still a good time to get in. We all start at zero. I started at 0 subscribers, and now I have, over a couple 100,000, and it's growing quicker, and different things are happening, and it's exciting. And now I'd like to, I want to kind of help more people get into this. And so that's where I've kind of went with this. And so what I've been working on is a course. And so I'm just going to walk you through this course. I'll log into the course. I like to be totally transparent with all this, with it. And so I'll log into the course, and I'll show you my screen, what it looks like, and just the different modules, if this is something that could interest you. And the other thing about this course, I always find I want to be taking people's comments in and adding to it all the time too, because I kind of think, well, this is what I know. And this is kind of how I learn the process. This is what I hear from people. So I'm just going to go through. So there's 2 parts to this course. There's teach with video, create great content, and harnessing YouTube. So there's 2 different kind of modules, and depending on, because I know some people might be interested in teaching just with video in their class, and they're not even interested in YouTube. So I broke into 2 different parts on it. So I'm just going to go over to a different screen here, and I'm going to log into the course and just show you here. So just to break down, because I want people to see inside what is in it. So this is my Teach with Video. And with the Teach in Video, and I was debating about which way. So I screencast. I use Camtasia. I find it's a great product. I've also used ScreenFlow. When I was first starting, I was using ScreenFlow. And it worked well too, and it was on my Mac, and I also have a Windows, so I have Camtasia, and Camtasia is a great product, and there's lots of free ones out there. So this, I'm just gonna kind of scroll down. I'm not gonna jump into these, but I just want to kind of show you what I created here, and if this could be Google Suite. I was just looking at some of the questions, and oh, you're welcome. And anyway, so this course, you can, as I scroll through here, I just kind of go through the parts what I think are important in creating. So a lot of these videos are maybe 10 minutes or longer, just explaining processes that, especially if you're screencasting. And now I decided to do screencasting. Like, I'm just using my Brio Logitech camera here, and it makes it so simple because all I have to do, I have some lights, I have a mic, and it's good to go. I use the green screen. Tonight, I'm not using the green screen behind me when you see me, but I use that, do that floating head. And then I kind of did it as, a lot of people don't even put the head in there. And that's one thing, you don't have to put your head. There's lots of successful YouTube channels that are just, give the knowledge from just capturing the screen. I think it adds something if you even do an intro with your head into, doesn't have to be a floating head like the green screen, but it can be there just as so people to recognize you in with YouTube. I think it can kind of help with your brand. So anyway, as I go through this, you can kind of see what I've kind of created. The videos that I sent out were kind of, small bits and pieces of this course. So just to see if anybody was connected, would be interested in a course like this, and go right down to recording and editing. And I go through, and then I have some advanced production on it that where I'm just going through and recording myself, going through and showing you how I edit my videos, because a big part is having that formula. And so I teach you kind of my formula, or how to get a formula. You can create things quite quickly if you have that formula. And then if you're if you're in the YouTube world, and I'm just going to go back into the other course so you can see with this product here, the Harnessing YouTube. Now, I set this up so that people can set up their channel if they haven't set up their channel, to kind of go through. I kind of show my channel too as I'm going through analytics to explain what's happening with it, so it's easier to show when you have the analytics behind it. But as we go through, you can see kind of the breakdown of this. So this first part is all about setting up your channel, from creating the channel art. I kind of do tutorials how to, making sure that you're optimizing your channel, and then organizing great videos, and kind of how to pick the topics. Because the big thing about YouTube is actually understanding that it's a search engine. I'm just reading some errands. So well, yeah, you know what? I agree that with your image, I think that's true if you do have your face in it. Like if I kind of go back right now, I'll just put my webcam back here. So I do think when you do have your face, even switching back and forth like this, if you're doing a video, and I debated about putting my face on the whole screen. I can do that with live streaming too. But yeah, I think it makes a difference. The way I like to learn, I like to have a little interaction with a person if I'm learning from a video. And that's how when I was watching videos, I decided what I like the best. And I do find that, because a lot of the videos that there's other videos that are very similar to mine out there. I try to make sure I structure them in a certain way so people know what they're going to get, and tell people kind of right away what they're going to get and what problem might be solved and everything with it. But I do go over that a little bit more in the course, kind of breakdown, because it's something, if you are interested in YouTube, it's an exciting thing when you start digging through, all the different things. I think sometimes when I look through, I follow a lot of other YouTubers and how they tell us set up channels. And sometimes I think they almost tell too many things. It doesn't have to be that hard, like when searching. And yes, thumbnails are important and different things like that, but content is king. It's how you make your videos, because you get once people get there, it's how long that they stay there, because watch time is such an important thing. So anyway, this is the I'll just go back to the scene here. So with the course, you can kind of see I go through the whole process of the course. Of setting up a YouTube channel. And again, I still want to grow this too, especially based on when I get people's comments back of it. So that's a big part of it. And I'm just going to go back to my slideshow. So that's kind of like the course in a nutshell there. But some other things. So I was, after I made the course, I decided, well, I wanted it to be a little bit more interactive. I don't want to have this course as a one-off thing where people just go through it and it's not, I want to see what people are creating. I want to see people sharing it, almost like a community. So I do have a Facebook group that with a course, if it's purchased, then it goes into a Facebook group where we can kind of communicate in there. And so in that same thing, this is where I'd be doing a monthly training. So I want to go out and, and do it like sort of what I'm doing now with this live, but this would be based into the Facebook. Maybe people have questions where I can answer them and dig deeper and kind of answer questions, make it specific to what people are asking. And then what I would do, even if you missed it from Facebook, I'm just going to put those recordings back into the course. So the course is going to be growing from that point. So yeah, those are a couple of bonuses that I've put into it on it. And then with it, after, so the one thing I did want to make sure that anybody with it, there is a 30-day money guarantee back. So all I'd be asking people is, to go through the effort of trying the modules, trying to create, because I want in about 30 days, what my goal would be is, if people take the course, would be that they, are creating video, either using it in their class, or they are going, they have a YouTube channel set up and they're growing. They're asking questions about maybe how they can increase their, their views on YouTube. And I know everybody has different niches, and that's a big thing too, trying to figure out your each niches. But the one thing is with YouTube, it's interesting with YouTube, you don't always need to have lots of subscribers. Sometimes a small niche can do very, very well, because with a small niche, you can be really targeted, and those people really love your video. Even if you only had 5,000 subscribers or 10,000, those people, because maybe the topic isn't as big, but it's probably more powerful. Now with mine, I have a broad technology, so I get views from coming through a lot of different places. I'm after search. So some people might have that niche, and I go after search a little bit more in my YouTube channel. It's something I talk about more in the course too, but search is such a key thing in kind of building your revenue, building your subscribers and views too on it. But just let me switch back here. So just so you know that the offer is this. So I have two different packages from this. So there's the $197 package, and so this includes just that first part. And then if people are interested in going to the next level, kind of, are interested in YouTube, both ones include the private community on this too. And then so we'll have our community growing, and we have the monthly videos from it, and kind of a growing course, because with YouTube, it's always changing. The technology is always changing. So you'll always be in at that price. So these prices aren't set to last forever at this. So then it will just, it's a lifetime offer. And as I add more to the course, my price points will change. But if you're in the course, it will always be those prices. It won't be anything added more to the cost of you. And then so just so you know, just to kind of, as we're getting to the end of this here, and I still preparation is the key. Yeah, the course is I think what my thing with the course is just to be really efficient. Like I don't want to overload people with too much information. I want them to be just creating, asking questions, and then, getting it to YouTube and sharing it right away to see, because I find, like, if I look at back at my first videos, they're terrible to me. Like when I see my confidence level now, when I think about the camera, and it's interesting, I'll just switch back to my webcam here. And the thing is, I like talking to the camera now. At first I didn't really like it, but now when I look at the camera, I feel like I'm talking to somebody. Now this is my personality and how it works. I feel like I'm in front of a class and I'm talking, and engagement. I love seeing, this chat. I don't get this. I mean, I read the comments in my videos, but this is fun. Like, this is something I think I probably will even do more, is maybe do some live sessions just generally on, whether it's be video editing or Google or Excel or different things like that, based on things, because I do really enjoy all these comments and seeing where everybody is from around the world. Anyways, back to, I get distracted with everybody writing and different things here. So, but I do, I like to hear everything. So anyway, back. So this is just the week. This is the beginning of the course here. And I'm just launching this to go through and getting more feedback. So I've set the price there, and the carts will close next Monday. And after that, like I said, the price, I don't think that price will be the same anymore on it, because the course will continue to grow and the community will grow from there. But anyway, so that's kind of my presentation tonight, and I'm excited to bring it to you. I know this might not be for everybody, but if you do have, that desire to be thinking about, okay, the YouTube world, or even just using video in your classroom effectively, that's something I do want to help you with. It's excited. It's made me excited to go down this route, and I never really thought of myself as an influencer, and I still find that kind of funny with that word and everything too, but I kind of want to help people become that. And and you don't have to have those big numbers. When I think about, one thing I really see is with teachers and anybody, it's the importance of branding themselves. And so social media is such a big thing about branding yourself, and you can control the narrative of how people perceive you. And I mean, whether that's negative or positive. But in the work world, like, I just find, so ever since I've had my YouTube channel, it's opened up doors as well. Plus it's given me income, and it connects me with so many people from the world too. Do I teach from the ground up, starting a YouTube channel? Yes, I started from I just go over the basics of, the first part is all about just that getting your channel set up, how to use free programs to, to create your YouTube channel. The other thing is too, so in the other part, to make sure you guys know, I do use Camtasia, which it is not a free program, but I do kind of show whereas there's different parts in the, where you can use free software too. If you could be using something, I've done videos on free screen capture devices, even OBS, how it can do the free ones. And then you'd bring it into something like a free video editor, like if you use iMovie or Shotcut or different things like that, and you can do the same things. It's a few more steps than Camtasia, but you can avoid, I like the simplicity of Camtasia, but if you're not, that's part of the investment too. You don't want to be making money is all I want to find my own language to watch. Any advice? Let's see. So, the main thing is, so when you're starting your channel, and there's two different ways to kind of be doing it. So I don't want to say I lucked out in my topic, because my topic was actually YouTube gets used for that a lot, like teaching tech and everything. And that just happened to be mine. And I know there's lots of views on there. So it is interesting. So if you are starting maybe a language, is teaching language, it's fun. Create professional. The big thing is, I think, is to try to create as professional videos as possible and love what you're doing. And I, like, when I started, I did not think about money. Like I didn't even really think that you could actually make a lot of money in this. It's not until the last year and a half where I saw and really understood how things happened, and then and I understood search and what type of videos to make. And I still make different videos, that I like, and people reach out, you get brand deals. But the amazing thing, if you love what you're doing and you learn how to present it professionally, if you have good audio, good video, and think about the setups, and you put it on YouTube and you're making quality content, to me, that is still a key thing. And if you had that niche of, that right niche, you could really take off, and you could be just putting up content and creating great, videos, and good things are going to happen. It's almost like, to me, that's what happened until I realized the true potential of it. But I wasn't looking for the video. I was just trying to help people. That's all I was trying to do. I thought this might be an effective way. I wasn't sure. I was scared. I was busy. The good thing was it wasn't this super big investment. I needed to be home working from my computer. I couldn't travel to get a second part-time job. I just thought, well, maybe I'll make $100 a month or something like that. But now it's turned into something much more. Do you have any plans of setting up a subscription plan? I'm thinking of the subscription plan down the road. It's interesting. Like, and this is something, even if you're going down this YouTube world, into this path, this is something I want to talk about, and I want it to grow in the course too. It's about not only growing your YouTube channel. YouTube channel is just your first step. There's other ways, and I do a little bit of affiliate marketing. If you don't know what affiliate marketing is, it's just using links and promoting other companies. That's something I'm going to look more into this year. It can be very profitable. I have one video, Filmora 9, where I just put a single link in, and that video, since the video does so well and gets a lot of views, it gives me around $300 US a month, and I don't even call to action it or anything like that too. So there's this. Going back to the subscription, I kind of like, in a way, I guess this course is kind of a subscription base, but it's not a monthly thing. It's a one-time fee. But I am debating about it as I get more content. If it grows into something and the community grows, I might go down that path. But that's a ways away. How much money do you need for equipment? Oh, hey, from Victoria, BC. Oh, thank you. I have some nieces and nephews. I love going over to Victoria. It's only an hour flight when I get to Calgary, so it's nice and easy to get over there. My one son goes to UBC. Anyway, so how much money do you need for equipment? When I first started, now I did do the one video, my first video getting started on YouTube. And now it depends what you want to do too. So I do have a camera. I used one camera for the first 2 years. I paid like $90. You can probably even get it for less. I've upgraded since then. I have some lights that I've upgraded. I'm just in one of the bedrooms, extra bedroom in my house that I've kind of set up, and I have this green screen that I can lift up behind me, and it's boom. And that's what I like with the green screen. With things, it's just lift, the lights, and I don't need have to worry about my background. Even today, I was wondering, I'd never really do this much type of a shot. I have a 3D printer behind me. I have some stuff written on the board. I thought, well, should I clear this up and set it up a little bit more? But if I might do some other type of videos. But go off. How much money does it cost? It doesn't have. You can do a lot of do it yourself way, but probably for the equipment, if you get a good mic, you probably could get that for under $100. There are different ways. You can even just get some. Like my mic's a little cost more now, but it's hard to give you an exact amount, but it doesn't have to be a lot of money. You do need a computer. Depends. You could use it on your phone. My course, I talk more about screencasting and everything, but there's different ways to record. Is there a way to voice over an existing video or to narrate your video to have to make it your channel on Windows 10? You could. I'm just thinking with Windows 10, the media, there's lots of free video editors out there that you might want to look into more, depending on the power of your computer. I've done videos on Windows 10. I'm trying to think of all the capabilities. It's limited. Are you talking about the actual Windows editor that I did the video on? That one I went super recommend. I might look at some other ones that would have those functions. There are free ones out there. You know what? That's something I'm working on, a technology blog. I've been kind of putting links, starting to get more and more. It's interesting as now I'm looking at it, and this is something. Now I'm looking at YouTube as a business, and like I said, I still work full time. I really like my job. I like teaching, and so I don't want to give that up. And I try to fit this in. And a blog is something I am looking at creating. I used to have a little bit of one, but to write up stuff, I wasn't sure how much to do on it. I even thought about getting other people to create videos for me to put on my channel. Like, so if I want to create more content, is there other experts out there that that are out there that could help me create more content, and they could even point out their channel on it. So I'm thinking of different ways, but yeah, definitely I am thinking about a blog. Oh yes, I like 3D. I was going to do more 3D printing, and that's one of the things I teach at school, and I haven't really done a lot of videos on that, and it's more of a a hobby. And the one thing with YouTube channels, I have some people, I bought that one, but I have gotten a few free 3D printers, and people will say, ask me to create a video about it. And I like teaching it to kids, and I'm teaching it even to grade 3 students with Tinkercad and doing the 3D printing process. And it's a lot of fun. Yeah, Shotcut, DaVinci Resolve. Just make sure with DaVinci Resolve that you have a powerful computer in your graphics card is the right one, because I do like DaVinci Resolve. It's a great program, but you do need the power behind it. Shotcut works really well. VSDC editor is, that one is works well on computers. Is not like a computer hog, and you can upgrade to the Pro for like $20 extra. Do I see online teaching? I don't, I mean, it will become a bigger part. I was having a conversation today with somebody, about even blended classrooms. And that's when I started my YouTube channel. I was in a normal, regular classroom, but I was blending it, kind of flipping it a little bit here and there. I don't know, social technology. I'm a social person. I like talking to kids and learning from them. I just can't see how that disappears. I've been playing with the Oculus Quest lately. Now this is again and it's something I might do videos on. And our school division's been buying some, so I've been looking at the different apps and everything from it. And a lot of fun. My twins love it. They're they're playing with it lots. But I'm trying to look at the education value. I mean, it's good, it's fun, but you get some nice presentations in it, but you can't go in, it's almost like, I guess I wanted to be a little bit more like a Magic School Bus with Miss Frizzle going in there and showing people. I want to be experiencing with them. I don't, maybe that virtual reality, when that gets to a higher level, maybe it's about cost and how much education cost and everything. Depends what the economy is doing, I guess. Oh, hey, Tube Techie. You know what? We could. I check out your channel. I've noticed you've been doing a lot more on tech gadgets and things lately. But yeah, if you ever want to make something and you can promote your own channel, I'd be all in for that. It's I think collaboration's a great way to do this too. And if you are starting your YouTube channel, do look when you're small and everything to collaborate. I collaborate with people. People reach out. Sometimes I create videos on, on theirs, and we share. The one thing I really like about talking with other YouTubers, and then if you get into this, it's like, a lot of times it's hard to talk to people about YouTube because they don't understand it, and you're talking about, well, I do make money, and they understand, how do you make money from YouTube and different things like that. So it's, it is kind of it's an interesting journey when you do meet other YouTubers. I love to talk about YouTube because I love the analytics of it. I love looking at the numbers and understanding where thing is. So yeah, I noticed that that you moved towards the consumer stuff, and I think that's a good. I was just looking at your channel the other day. I always look around at other people's. Oh, thanks. But yeah, if you reach out, shoot me an email if you do want to do a collaboration or create something and show it on my channel and say something about your channel. I'm all in for that. In cyber school, no, I think that's the thing. Like learning online has its place. You know what? It is in there is a disconnect socially that we need. But I'll give you some examples where I just love different social media and different. I'm not a big, social media user, and I have my YouTube and everything, but I have Facebook, but I don't use it a lot. I have to force myself to use it, especially from a business perspective. But my one son, and this is where I love tech. Uh, he's into music and everything, and he's learned how to kind of use Spotify, get his music out there. He records, he's producing, and it's all self-learned, and he's just consuming information from videos and learning how to do it. He's musical, and he's putting a passion towards it, and that's what I like. Not necessarily in school. I like it when it's there for anybody to find their passion. And that's what I like about YouTube is it's a place for that, where you can put that information out. And like I said, when I read my comments and 98% of them are positive, and it keeps me going when they say thank you. And just so you know, if you do start a YouTube channel, you are going to get the negative comments, the trolls, and you can't let that stop you from starting a YouTube channel. Just jump in, and and you'll get nasty comments or trolls, not very often, but just jump in. And I want to tell people that over and over again, and I don't think I mentioned that. Just try it. Try to make a video, make it better the next time, make it better the next time, and keep growing from it. Hey, from Iowa. Oh, greater Seattle area. Hey, Donnie. Oh, this is good. I really enjoy all the comments on this, and just learning about everybody here. And it makes me think I'm already excited about kind of just doing maybe a general, once a month or even more of these live streams just on topics that everybody might be interested in. Maybe I'll just read my comments a little bit more and try to go in there and see if anybody suggests anything like that, and I can create some more live streams like this too. But this has been fun. I've really enjoyed discussing this and watching. And just, if you are, I am, like I said, even on my YouTube channel, I am creating, I'll create smaller videos and different things. But if you are interested in the course that I've kind of showed you tonight, I will put the link down there, and it's open for the week. I'd love for you to be a part of it, but if it's not your thing, I understand that completely too. So just keep watching with YouTube on my Teachers Tech, and I'll try to help you out as much as you can from there. But yeah, please let me know. You can email. I have my email, the info@teachers.tech on my email. You can shoot me an email there if you are wondering something, or if you have some ideas. I'll try to get back to you. Some days I get a lot of emails. I don't see them all on it, especially with all my work ones too. Is there a lot of teachers here? I'm kind of curious. A lot of teachers here are just all over the place doing different things. Well, thank you. Again, if you do start a YouTube channel, if you guys go down this and you get comments like what you guys are giving tonight, it's awesome. It makes you feel excited about talking to people. Screencastify. Yeah, I would say the Pro. Yeah, I was going to do a video on Screencastify, Aaron. Do you like it? Like, I've used it a little bit, because I was going to show. I was going to show people that one because I thought that was an easy one. Good price points on it too. No matter what, like I said, I do use Camtasia, but there's so many good, less expensive ones out there that could get the job done, and where you can combine them with other editing software too. Oh, teacher there, ESL teacher. Our division's been looking at creating ESL videos on YouTube. It's interesting. I wonder if more school divisions will think about branding through creating YouTube channels and content and trying to become influencers. So I'm kind of curious. And then if they have all these creators that can kind of help them. But then you almost have to kind of give back to the teachers by saying, we'll promote your channel or social media to help brand you. Oh, high school science, website coordinator, 42 years of teaching, Joy. Huh. What grade did you teach, Joy, for you? Elementary, high school? CTE teacher? Oh, great. I often wonder how many, teachers are watching my things, if they're interested. But do think, even if it's, again, the YouTube world, it's open there for you guys to take it. If you do have that, that kind of like you want to share your information and create that community, think about YouTube. You can do it at relatively, at an inexpensive cost and everything, and just creating content and building your brand. And I think building a brand for teachers is so important these days too. And a lot of young teachers, when I talk to them, when you come in, they're 22, 23 years old, I'll say, maybe start building your brand and kind of help, if you had some videos on showing your skills. A lot of people don't have those skills, but if you can dive into it early and create these channels, it definitely can help you out. Yeah, I would say, if anybody's thinking about it, just start it. Start creating those videos and just do it. And, like at first it's a little nerve wracking if you haven't been in front of the camera lots. Like I said, now I enjoy it. I have my production formula down pretty good. So if I have it down to, like, if I'm creating videos weekly, I'm 5 to 10 hours. That's kind of my range, depending on the video too. Sometimes videos are simple ones that I can kind of create quickly. And I probably spend just as much time on researching what video to make. But if I know I try to pick videos that I know are going to do well. But then I also know I pick videos that I think my subscribers will like. And then I have other videos that people reach out and will offer me money to, to create and everything. And that's what happens after a while when your YouTube channel grows. For people with their first language other than English, who's just starting a small in their native, or just go ahead and try to English on the go? I don't know. That's a good question. What I'd want to do is be looking at research, trying to find a similar channel to compare what they're doing and read comments. I do look at other YouTubers and see what videos are doing well for them, and then gives me ideas. Like even Tube Techie there, when I was looking at his channel the other day, I was like, oh, what videos are doing well? And it gives me an idea, not that I'm going to copy his video, but it gives me an idea of maybe of keywords from his video that I might make on it. But those are things to think about if you are, I remember, I don't know if you guys have seen Steve Dotto before, but he had the floating head for years, right? And that's where I first saw the floating head thing and thought, well, I like that. How do you do that? And then I looked up, and it was kind of his format and things, for teaching. He kind of did more productivity, and I wanted it more for teaching than something, kind of the how-to, because when I was showing it to kids and other teachers, I just changed my format a bit so I just thought it was easier to create my own to share. Oh man, Donnie, you have a lot of training there. Wow. I wish I could do all those things, Donnie. I stumbled at the camera to use to get started. That's not crazy. Like for a camera, like I said, with the cameras that I have, like I use the Brio Logitech, which works really good. That one I upgraded to, which is probably a couple $100. But now, I think you can get good webcams, $50, $60. Depending on what you want to do. Like a lot of times if you were kind of filming something, your phone, like a good phone now, can do really, really well. And then you can bring it into, you can edit it on your phone if you want. The phone probably could do an entire YouTube channel, depending on how you're teaching it and everything. Mine, I need to screen capture with computer programs, but I do capture my phone sometimes and show on into it. I do, I think under some of my videos, I do have I use a lot of Logitech stuff with my webcams, and they have a price points from, I'm thinking Canadian dollars, so they'd be really cheap in the States, starting at $50. Yeah, Dottotech. He was kind of my inspiration at starting it. I just kind of tweaked it more towards education when I saw his channel, and I remember when he had his growing to 100,000 and everything on it. And what I find really interesting, and this is one of the reasons why I always look at other YouTubers, and I don't like to call them competitors because, I mean, they are, but they're not. They're just, because a lot of times I'll end up collaborating with them. I just like to see, when I see a video do great for them, it kind of makes me excited. And then, because then I know it's like, okay, there's a chance there. I got to be making the right topics and different things. And once you do get your subscribers, then you can kind of find your format a little faster and everything too. I don't have the contents to start. Yeah, and that's the thing too. If you don't have the content to start yet, I would still try to practice, creating videos. The one thing is, like a 2 to 3 minute video it takes no time to make. Like a lot of my videos are longer, and that's strategic on mine. I decided that, a lot of people say not longer videos, not longer videos, not longer videos, and go shorter, 10 to 12 minutes. And I decided, so when I went down my video editing, free video editor path, a lot of people are trying to, I see some 12 minutes, like they're trying to get them really short. And I decided to go longer, and I time stamped everything, and all mine, and ended up, and I keep on making them, year after year as the upgrades come up and everything. And now I think YouTube must know me for it, and the subscribers know, but do check into things like that. You don't have to be long videos, but start off short and get your message. When I do my videos, I think even if I had a 20-minute video, I'm only really doing 1 minute, 2 minute chunks. And I might do that 1 minute chunk or 2 minute chunks 4 times before I get what I want. And I wanted things to come across very natural, that I'm not making mistakes. If I make a mistake on the screen when I'm clicking on something, I'm redoing it. But I only do it in 1 minute chunks. Oh, this has been great. I've really enjoyed all the comments and learning about everybody tonight. But I think I am gonna end it here tonight. You know what? I do think, I'll do this again next month. Not about teaching on YouTube, unless people want to know about it more, and maybe I'll have some other videos, but maybe I'll find a different topic to talk about, whether it's video editing, when we can look into that a little bit more with some of the easy to use video editors that might be a good start for people to use, and maybe I'll look into putting together something like that. Oh, thanks. I was, hey, Seti, how are you doing? There's another person I enjoy talking to. I was just talking about how collaborations, and then I have a couple, so Flip Classroom Tutorials. I go over to his channel and check out what he's doing all the time, because he makes great content. And I can see how he's looking at Google stuff quite a bit, and looking at Google Sites. I believe you're doing a lot into. Oh, no problem. We're gonna have to hook up and talk again, and talk some more YouTube on it. I see your channel is popping pretty good there. Yeah, I can put up this YouTube. It's been recorded, so I can put it up and leave it there so you can watch it after. All right. It's been a blast talking to everybody. It's been really fun. I really enjoyed this. Something, again, if you I create a lot of videos. Going live is a little bit something different. I'm, always worried if the tech doesn't work or people can't hear me, different things. My kids didn't come running in the room. I like that aspect of it. I guess they maybe fell asleep without me, but this has been quite enjoyable. Yeah, no, he's great. We're gonna have to do another collab there together, Seti. Oh, tonight I was just teaching about, possibilities. If someone was wanting to start a YouTube channel or filming, creating kind of videos like I do, or different things like that. But I can put up this recording after, and then people can take a look at it there on my channel. Thank you, Alan. See you next time. All right. It's motivating to see people, like the videos. Let me know what type of things you guys are looking for, and I'll keep, I'll reach out into different topics if you want. Well, thank you. Have a good night. All right. So I think I'm going to end it here. So I will see you guys. And it's been great, but we will stop it there. And like I said, I'll post this on my site, and we can go from there. Thanks, guys. Have a good night or day wherever you are. I see some people in Australia. Oh, thanks, Eddie. I like what you're doing on your channel. That's right. Good point about the little mistakes. Uh, you know, it is interesting when you first start, you do worry about them a little bit more because you're worried about the perfection. But yeah, little mistakes are kind of good because it almost makes things feel a little bit more real. And I think maybe there's more connection with it too. All right, guys. See you later.